Good Sunday morning. I'm Jaden Jefferson, and welcome to this week's Community Focus. This morning, I am joined by Lucas County Prosecutor Julia Bates to talk about a new initiative. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me. That's so kind.
So, shaken baby syndrome. I know that's a term maybe some people are familiar with, but give us an idea of what that is.
Well, we have a PSA that we did, and in the PSA we have a video of a dog shaking a toy. If you've ever seen a dog take a toy in its mouth and just vigorously shake it, that's what happens with the baby. You take the baby, if you take the baby and you just, let me use this as an example. Kleenex. Doesn't take much, doesn't take but a few seconds to do the damage, and the damage can be insurmountable. The damage can be from death to life-altering injuries, and part of it is because and I'm talking from information that I know because of the coroner and the Dr. Barnett, who's talked to us about these injuries. The muscles in the neck of a child are weak. The head is big and heavy. So when you shake, the head bobs back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then you can get a brain bleed, and then that could cause all kinds of different afflictions. So it doesn't take much. Most of the time, it's something that comes on due to frustration. The baby cries, babies cry. This is what they do. People can't handle that crying. Pretty soon, it's so frustrating that you just say, stop, 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 and this is what happens. So we had in Lucas County a number of these cases of recent vintage during COVID, where people were, locked up at home, not working, not socializing, not going out, babies crying. We had 3 of these cases pretty much in rapid succession, 1, 2, 3. And we decided to do something. We said, well, prosecuting the perpetrator is not going to save any lives. So what can we do to save lives? Because these deaths are so unnecessary.
And talking about this shaken baby syndrome, it's obviously something you don't want to do with the young child. So what are some things that parents can do if they're starting to feel frustrated, feel overwhelmed, instead of resorting to shaking a baby?
Well, our tagline is, it's okay, just walk away. When I was raising my children, which is about, in the 30 plus years ago, my pediatrician told me if the baby cries to extreme, as long as the baby is not wet, not hungry, not sick, you put the baby down in the crib, you close the door, and you walk away. Now, you don't walk away forever. You walk away for, say, 10, 15, 20 minutes. He told me to run the vacuum, so you don't even hear the crying. Then you go back and you check on the baby. If the baby's still crying, you pick the baby up, you rock the baby, you comfort the baby, but the crying is not going to harm or kill the baby. The shaking is. So that's one thing you can do. You walk away. You put the baby in a safe place, in a crib, you walk away. You can call somebody. You call a friend, you call a family member, you call somebody to say, hey, I'm frustrated, the baby's crying, I don't know what to do. So you reach out. We're going to try to provide some numbers and some places that you can go to get help. Babies cry, that's what they do. But the crying isn't going to kill them. So it's really just that simple.
And where can people find some of this messaging from this initiative? Because, of course, this is going to be information that this group of people is going to be distributing out there.
We're going to try to find some numbers. I don't have them that I can give to you right this minute because I don't have them at my disposal. But NAMI, the Mental Health Organization, Children's Services, there are a number of organizations here. A Family and Child Abuse Prevention Center. All of these are resources in our community that can help people that are having issues. The last thing we want is an abused child. What we really want is we want somebody that's frustrated, that's scared, that's having a meltdown with the crying baby to reach out and get some help. Maybe we can even establish a hotline here. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Just like we have a domestic violence hotline, we have a heroin addiction hotline. So a baby child abuse hotline would be a great thing.
And those are definitely two important things to remember. There are resources available, and it's okay to walk away as well. Lucas County Prosecutor Julia Bates, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you. And that's this week's Community Focus. Have a great week.